Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Liam Spencer blackmails Steffy Forrester. Steffy Forrester is going to learn the hard way on The Bold and the Beautiful that you shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Queen Steffy seems to be forgetting a few secret kisses she shared with her ex Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, while she was married to Dr. Finn, and they are going to come back to bite her. Here's what's coming up next on Bold and Beautiful, spoilers ahead. This week on Bold and Beautiful, Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Massinswood, will stick to her guns and double down on her decision to fire Hope Logan, Annika Knoll, from Forrester Creations. After walking in on what appeared to be Hope trying to seduce her husband Dr. Finn, Tanner Novlin, Steffy made good on her promise and sent her packing. But is she in any position to be dishing out punishments to cheaters? When Hope Logan and Liam Spencer split, Hope ran off with Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, and Liam began following Steffy around like a lost puppy. Liam kissed Steffy twice while she was married to Finn, and she never ran home and told her husband. Instead, she seems to be planning on taking those secret kisses to her grave, but they're going to come back to haunt her. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Liam Spencer is committed to winning back his ex-wife Hope. So when he learns that Steffy fired her at Forrester Creations, he will pay her a visit and share his own 2 cents. Liam will most likely remind Steffy that Finn wasn't the only one getting kissed, and she never came clean about what happened between them. If Liam and Steffy's secret kiss comes out, she will look like a total hypocrite, and there's no way Finn will forgive her. Liam Spencer paced nervously in his office at Spencer Publications. The cold, impersonal hum of the city beyond the glass walls felt like a symphony that matched the turbulence inside him. His eyes darted from the bustling streets below to the text message glowing on his phone, a mere set of words that set a chain reaction of chaos in motion. He clenched his jaw, memories of Steffy and Finn's radiant smiles mocking him in their flawless perfection. The word blackmail rang in his ears like the sharp echo of a gunshot. It had been weeks since Liam caught wind of a piece of information that could send shockwaves through Steffy's life. A secret buried so deep that even her husband, the steadfast Dr. John Finnegan, had no clue about its existence. Liam wasn't proud of what he was about to do, but the sting of betrayal mixed with the frustration of losing hope to Thomas had clouded his better judgment. He needed leverage. He needed to feel in control once more. His assistant knocked on the door, breaking the taut silence. "Mr. Spencer, Miss Forrester is here to see you." Liam's chest tightened. He hadn't anticipated her agreeing to come so quickly. Steffy was nothing if not fierce. Whatever he had planned, she would fight back with the intensity of a storm. "Send her in," he replied, smoothing his shirt as he prepared himself for what was about to unfold. Steffy Forrester entered the room, her presence magnetic as always. She wore a fitted white dress that contrasted sharply with the tension radiating between them. Her eyes, the same eyes that once looked at him with a blend of warmth and love, now narrowed with suspicion. "Liam," she said, crossing her arms, "this had better be important. I had to cancel lunch with Finn to be here." "It is," Liam said, his voice low but resolute. He gestured for her to sit, but she remained standing, the muscles in her jaw tensing as she waited for him to continue. Steffy's patience was legendary, but Liam knew he was about to push it to the breaking point. He opened a drawer and pulled out a file, thick with documents that detailed what he had discovered. Placing it on the table between them, he looked up to meet her gaze. "What is this?" Steffy's eyes darted to the file before returning to Liam with an edge that could cut glass. "This," Liam said, tapping the folder, "is what you've been hiding. Something that could change everything for you, Finn, and, most importantly, our children." Steffy's expression hardened, but there was a flicker of unease in her eyes, a slight shift that Liam didn't miss. She reached for the file, thumbing through its contents until her hands stopped, fingers trembling. Inside was proof that Taylor Hayes, her mother, had recently paid off a witness connected to Sheila Carter's trial, a witness whose silence had ensured Sheila's freedom. The room seemed to shrink around them as Steffy looked up, her eyes now dark with anger, and something Liam could only interpret as fear. "You went digging into my family's business?" she hissed, taking a step closer. "Do you have any idea what you've done?" Liam didn't flinch. "I know exactly what I've done, Steffy, and what I will do if you don't agree to my terms." Her laugh was bitter, almost feral. "Blackmail, Liam? You're resorting to blackmail." "Call it what you want," he replied, his voice steady despite the storm brewing between them. "But I need you to break things off with Finn. I need you to come clean about everything or I will." Steffy's eyes widened, and for a split second, Liam saw the hurt. The betrayal of someone who had once trusted him implicitly. But Steffy was not a woman who crumbled. She drew herself up, summoning the iron will that had seen her through countless scandals and heartbreaks. "You think you can control me with this?" she spat, flinging the file back onto the desk. Papers scattered like fallen leaves, but neither of them glanced at them. "Finn is my husband, the father of my son. Do you know what this will do to him? To my family?" Liam's jaw clenched. "I'm sorry, Steffy, but you have to choose. Him or the truth coming out in the ugliest way possible. Taylor's career, Finn's trust, all of it, gone." The silence between them was almost suffocating. Steffy's chest rose and fell as she tried to steady herself. Anger mixed with despair as she grappled with the magnitude of Liam's demand. The thought of Finn's face, shattered by betrayal, clawed at her insides. "You don't get to make this choice for me," she said finally, her voice shaking but defiant. "I won't let you." Liam's expression softened for a moment, as if the Liam of old, the one who would have moved heaven and earth for her, peeked through the cracks. But it was fleeting. "Then you know what I have to do," he whispered, his heart thudding in his chest like a war drum. Steffy turned, her heels echoing like gunshots as she marched toward the door. But just as her hand touched the handle, she paused, her back still to him. "If you do this, Liam, you'll regret it," she said, her voice a mixture of promise and threat. She opened the door and stepped out, leaving Liam staring at the chaos he'd set in motion, the weight of their shared history pressing down like a boulder on his chest. The game had begun, and neither Steffy nor Liam could predict how it would end.